I am Janie Buckland with the West Virginia FUE, West Virginia Families United for Education, and I'm talking today with Sue from Lakeshore Learning Materials. We're going to hear more about what they can offer, not just West Virginia families, but families all over. And so, Sue, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about Lakeshore Learning Materials?
Thank you, Jamie. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me. My name is Sue Gayon, and I'm the Vice President of Lakeshore's Custom Learning Solutions Division. Lakeshore has been in business for over 64 years. I'm very proud and somewhat mortified to say I've been there over half of that time. I've been there a long time. It's a wonderful company, and we develop educational materials for early childhood and elementary age students. We've got materials that you would see in early childhood centers, elementary schools. We're used by virtual schools, people who homeschool, and we offer educational materials for families to use with their children.
Wonderful. Okay, so when we were talking previously about who all you serve, and I feel like you have a very large audience on how you can work with them and what you can offer them. So who all would you say that Lakeshore Learning serves?
Sure. We serve children. We serve early childhood programs, elementary school districts, private schools. We really try to concentrate our efforts on where children and families are at. So we've even had partnerships where our materials have been put into laundromats for literacy centers and laundromats, in hospital waiting rooms, in addition to classrooms and homeschool settings. We've got materials that are appropriate really for anybody who's working with young children.
I love that. I hadn't even thought through just how many opportunities you would have to get your materials in spaces where those little fingers can explore and those little minds can just have open play when they need some time to be occupied, right? When they're in a space where they need to be occupied with something.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I
Absolutely.
love that.
Yeah, we really
And
specialize in those hands-on learning experiences. That's so critically important to have age-appropriate manipulatives that are engaging. And when we develop products, we're really after that sense of joy in learning. We really want to be able to offer that to the children who use our materials, and especially to families as well, so that there is joyful learning going on in the home that is engaging and impactful, and really things that children want to do.
so paint a picture for me. If I have possibly purchased, you guys have furniture too as well. So if I have some of your furniture or some of your manipulatives, paint a picture on maybe an example of what that would look like in my micro school or my learning pod.
Absolutely. When we look at furniture, we view furniture as a critical component of learning. We want to create furniture that's comfortable for children to be sitting in chairs, materials and tables and desks that are just their size, that are heavy duty, that are going to last, and really create an environment that is conducive to learning. That's very, very important. You need to be comfortable in the setting to be able to do your best work. So combine that with the kinds of hands-on educational manipulatives and resources that are so important, particularly if you think about a subject like math, going from concrete to abstract. You have to have those kinds of hands-on materials, which is why our products are terrific when used in conjunction with a family that might be doing some virtual learning. If that's one of the modalities that they're using, combine that with our hands-on materials for a complete learning experience has been very successful.
And what I also love as I'm learning more about Lakeshore Learning is that if I purchase some of these manipulatives, maybe I'm not comfortable, super comfortable, not trained in early childhood development.
Mhm.
And I love that you guys aren't just leaving me to myself, right? So you also offer services or training.
We do. We have a professional services group, which are all former educators who do train on the appropriate use of our materials with very open-ended results, wanting to make sure that our materials are used to maximum benefit. And in addition, on our website, we've got videos that are there for anyone to access that talk about learning at home, talk about the different types of activities that you can do to engage children, young children, and elementary age children as well. And that's all free resources on our website.
Wow. So I'm specifically thinking here in West Virginia, as we're talking with providers about Hope Scholarship, we have the opportunity for many educational entrepreneurs to be starting these learning pods, micro schools. We also have private schools that are looking to expand and add an additional campus. We have families who are going to be educating at home for the first time. And so I think that what I want to do here with this video is make sure they understand what a resource you guys are going to be for them. And if they need to know more, we're going to direct them to www.lakeshorelearning.com. Is that
Yes.
right? Okay. And so if they have questions, I'm sure they can find contact information there on the website to maybe reach out and have a phone call.
Absolutely. We are here to serve. So the website is a great place to start. We have all of the different categories of materials outlined on the website. We've got a great search function where you can enter the age of the student or student's grade level and then search for the types of materials that you might want. And I love what you just described. I think educational entrepreneurs, that is just a wonderful term. And there's so many opportunities for young children to learn in different ways and settings that are best for them and for their families. We've got the kind of materials that can be used in small groups. We've got materials for independent practice. But again, going back to that joy of learning, that's really what drives everything that we do. And even the games that we develop, we want children to have fun and learn, and almost in a disguised learning sort of way sometimes, because they're having so much fun and engagement interacting with their peers doing this game, that there's just a lot of great learning opportunities that are covered. And that's always our goal.
Yeah, and something that the parent or the teacher wouldn't need to feel guilty about, like, oh, it's just game time, or oh, we're just going to get out this to occupy the child.
Absolutely.
It has some substance to it, right? It's meeting developmental goals and it's fostering that type of learning.
Absolutely. Every member of our research, design, and development team, they are former educators, and many of them are parents. So they are always thinking about that when they're designing the products that we're offering to our customers. And we definitely have that learning grounded in everything that we develop.
To me, it's like a perfect demonstration of bottom up solutions. These are people that are closest to the problem, so they are the ones best equipped to offer those solutions. So, well, Sue, thank
Absolutely.
you so much for sharing with us about Lakeshore Learning. And viewers who are watching this, you can go to lakeshorelearning.com to learn more about their materials and to reach out them to schedule a phone call or set up services. Sue, again, thank you so much. And I know that I will be in touch.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure being here. Thank you.